Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel again. I hope you guys have been living a happy and fit lifestyle as always. So I am back with another video, and this is something that I don't feel that a lot of people talk about, because in my journey I really haven't had the opportunity to have this conversation very openly with anyone. And This video is going to be about that, does look really matter when you are in a pageant? And I feel that it is really important to be completely aware of the industry that you're getting into. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this one. So before we move forward, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and let's get started with this one. So I am going to be starting with the year 2020, when I actually dreamt of the pageant. I had this in mind that I want to be a Miss India, and before that I wasn't really aware of the other pageants that are happening. For example, for now, if you're gonna go for Miss World, there is Miss India. If you wanna go for Miss Universe, there's Miss Universe India. If you want to go for a Miss Grand, then there is Miss Grand India pageant that is happening. So there are a lot of different pageant. If you want, I can make a different video on the different national pageants that happen across the country. But at that time, like, if you ask any other person who's not very aware of the pageant industry, if you ask any girl that about pageants, she'll probably only be aware of Miss India, because that's something that we all are aware of. So even I was like, I want to be a Miss India, and I started seeing videos on YouTube of the past finales of Miss Indias, which are very easily available on YouTube. So I used to see the Q&A round, and I had this perception that it is this is the way you become a Miss India. They'll ask you a question, and you will probably have to answer it the best way, and the best answer wins. But I really didn't pay a lot more attention to the details, because you really need someone who can guide you, who really knows the industry well. So back then I used to have a gap between my teeth, so I never went for a smile makeover. Like, still I haven't ever gone to a smile makeover thing. I have never gotten it done. I don't know how it just got fixed on its own. I initially used to be insecure about that, but then I was like, no, it's only about what you say and what you bring to the table as per your visions and wisdom. So I never paid attention to it, even though it got fixed on its own. It was afterwards, when I got my training done, which is when I got to know that how much smile makeover matters. So number one, smile makeover. When you see a Miss India, a Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss Grand, Queen of the World, Miss India, or any other pageant, Miss Diva, you'll always see a picture of the winners with a wide smile, and smiling is a huge part of pageantry. And I would say that you need to have like a aligned pair of teeth if you're going for a pageant. Also, because there are a lot of brands associated with the pageant, so they are not just taking you in as a beauty queen, but also as a model, which is an important point to remember. Which is why you need to not ignore the physical aspect of pageantry, because it is a beauty pageant at the end of the day. And physical beauty is something that is not completely overlooked. In fact, even at the auditions, the girls who didn't make it, or made it till the semi-finals, a lot of times girls were told that they need to get a smile makeover done, which is expensive if you have too much of things to be done. If you go for basic cleaning or whitening, that might be okay, but if you want to go for a complete smile makeover, it is expensive. Even though the industry is evolving, but for now I don't think so it has evolved to an extent where pageants will overlook your smile. Second thing that I'm going to talk about is fitness. When we see all the state winners, you are already seeing a set of girls who have a good physique. And I think it is also because they are associated with an agency, because pageantry at the end of the day is a business which they need to work out, so they need to see you as a model who is easier to work with, who can get them brand deals, even though we have plus size models coming up. So gradually the industry is evolving, but at this point I feel that if you're going for a pageant, then they will ask you to take care of the fitness aspect of yourself. Even I remember that back when I was in my training days, I personally am not someone who can just eat and get away with everything. I need to take care of my body and my fitness, and I take care of it much, like I have been taking care of it much before when I decided on pageantry, because this was something, fitness was something that didn't come into my life because of pageantry. It was something that I was always inclined towards. But when I was undergoing training, I remember I didn't get a lot of time to focus on my meals or to work out properly, so I had put on a few inches. And in the middle of that, I had, like, the Miss India team came for scouting, and I went in. And while I was one of the contestants that they felt should go for it, I was told that I should probably work on my body and my fitness, because I was slightly on the broader side as compared to the other girls who were there present for the scouting. Even though at Miss Universe back in the year 2023, we had Miss Nepal, who was not on the petite side as compared to the other contestants, but she reached till there, and I feel that she completely aced the ramp through her performance. So gradually these changes are coming up and the industry is becoming more inclusive, but I feel that fitness should be a part of your life, not just because of pageantry, but in general for the value of self-love. And I think self-love cannot happen without self-care, because I think acceptance shouldn't be an excuse to run away from the hard work. Because I feel that self-love without care is completely toxic. I need to be very careful while voicing this out, and that's why I feel that not just for the aspect of pageantry, you should take care of yourself for more than the way you look. Having said that, I would also like to talk about the fitter way out, which is something that I'm personally building, and we have a few months back launched the website. So if you're looking for a sustainable nutrition plan, a workout plan, or a one-on-one consultation, I'll link the website in the description box below. Please go through that if you're looking for a sustainable way of life instead of a phase of life, because fitness at the end of the day should be sustainable. Thirdly would be the height. I remember when I was going for Miss Universe India, I remember Nikhil Anand sir had put up a question sticker, and there was someone who asked this question, that are you only going to take in the tall girls over there? And he had replied that the women who are tall enough might have a higher possibility of getting in, but that does not mean that shorter girls wouldn't be taken in. Obviously, because when they are looking at you and when they are trying to select you as a contestant, they are also looking at you as a model. So they also need to make their business work, make their agency work, and they also want models who can get them the most amount of work, because they'll charge the commission for it. As I have already mentioned in my previous video, that if you're not tall enough, that does not mean that you cannot model. You can still go for commercials, catalog, e-coms, but at the same time, if someone has a great height or has a great work profile, then she is eligible for both commercials as well as RAM shows, because the height criteria for RAM shows in India is 5'7" and above. So maybe a girl who has a great height has a higher possibility of getting in because of having a modeling trait, but at the same time, that is not the only thing that matters. But still, I would say that as a model, you should build your profile as much as possible for them to be able to look at you as a contestant who can benefit them and their agency also. At the end, I would just like to conclude with how much looks matter in pageantry. At the end of the day, I mean, they're also like looking for a story. They're also looking for a spokesperson, because you really need to be able to voice out your opinions confidently, have a voice. It's not just like you have great work profile, you are an established model, but you don't know how to speak. You can't speak and voice out your opinions on stage. You can't formulate your answers well. You're not good with Q&A. Then there's no way you're going to make it. And through this video, I'm not saying that you probably need to be a professional model. We have had a lot of pageant finalists, a lot of pageant contestants who probably made it without having a strong background. We had Manya Singh, who was a runner-up back in 2020 at Miss India. She was not working as a professional model, but she had a strong story. She knew her opinions well, and I feel that those stories, those opinions, those voices are something that create an impact and force the industry to be more inclusive and bring more and new talents in. I would just encourage you to constantly work on yourself, know your opinions well, know how to voice out your story and your visions the best way possible. And if you have any queries or need any help, I am always there. You can just let me know in the comment section below. I'm also linking my Instagram page and my Instagram handle, so you can DM me over there also. And this is it for today. Let me know what else would you like to know about pageantry or modeling. And as soon as possible, I'll try to be back with some more interesting stuff. Till then, take good care of yourself and stay happy.